Welcome to Roots and Peaks. Today we're going to hike Mount Moosilauke with an E. That's my wife and my friend Jill, and I'm going to be hiking with them today. First snow hike of the season. You kind of park up here, and then there's a lodge down there. So there's this really cool lookout point, and that's the path down to the lodge. I've seen this in a lot of videos, but I didn't know sort of the layout. You definitely go this way, and the lodge is down there through the woods. I always thought the lodge was up higher, but you're actually physically going down to start the hike. This lodge, while it's open, you can go in and use the bathroom, and it's awesome. It's really, really pretty. And then the trails are that way. That's where we're going now. We know where we're going. This way. One of the main benefits of hiking in the winter in general is the snow sort of packs everything down, and so you have an even walk. But where we're in November and it's just the first snow, we don't get that benefit. We sort of get the worst parts of both worlds, where it's not packed down, so you get rocks and slippery. Last time we did Moosilauke, we went up the other side where it's a little bit steeper. We also did it in the winter. We haven't done it in normal weather, so we'll have to do that at some point. But the last time we did it, it was straight up a snowstorm. Pretty scary up on the top. Today we should have slightly better weather. Would I recommend doing Moosilauke in a snowstorm, windstorm? I would not. This has to be one of the best signs I've ever seen in the White Mountains. I mean, you certainly can read it from everywhere, but it is confusing because there's like a million different trails. So you really need to know where you're going. In this case, we're going up Gorge Brook Trail and then doing a loop around. I don't know if you can see, but it's gently snowing. And it's supposed to clear up as we get there, so if the weather holds, this is kind of like the perfect time for it to snow. It's not super cold. I think we're in the low 20s. Once we get to the top, I think it's supposed to be about 0, so it will be super cold up there, and we want it to snow less and be less windy once we get to the top. Hopefully it's going to be sunny. Getting to a river crossing. This is nice though, because there's a place to hold on to, and it's still water right now. So this is where the trail splits off. We go up for Gorge Brook, and then I believe we're gonna come back Snapper Trail. We'll see. Might be close to putting on spikes times, but we've avoided so far. Here's the next water crossing. I'm actually really surprised at how open the water is still. I guess it's only been freezing for a short period of time. But these water bridges are really smart because they've got a railing on one side so you can hold on and walk across. Pretty beautiful, really lucky.
Spike time.
Spike time. You got Hill Sound.
I do.
And we've got Catulas, whatever.
I can't pronounce half of this gear stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. But we figured it was about time because the trail looks like that. And we're going up that. If it's not snowing, I bet this is a really amazing view. Feels like we're in the middle of winter now. All right, so we're about halfway up. What do you think of the hike so far?
Well, I liked it until you told me I was only halfway.
Yeah, that's about how it works. How about you?
Why are you such a liar?
Oh, are we more than halfway?
More than halfway.
Oh, let me see. Yeah, we're more than halfway. How do you like it?
I am loving the snow. I do not love the fact that I'm getting hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold.
Yeah, it's that weird temperature.
I'm not loving that part.
Yeah.
But the snow's beautiful. The trail is perfect for microspikes.
Yep.
The terrain is not drastically uphill or downhill. There's leveling spots where it's nice to catch a break.
Yep.
Yep.
And It looks like the trees have snot boogers,
Look at this.
which is really cute.
Wow.
Oh, you love snot boogers.
It looks like I want to wipe all their little snowy tree noses.
Let's see.
See this snot booger right here?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
There we
Oh, it feels
go.
icicles.
it feels so much better.
Yeah.
That tree.
Yep. Yep.
All right, here we go. Feels like the snow started coming down a little bit more. So we stopped to layer up. Yeah, really important. Getting those mittens on.
Look at how much snow there is.
Yeah, it started with very little snow on the ground. And now we've got a pretty decent amount. Trees are much shorter now. So quite pretty. Getting cold. And you can tell that the wind's gonna start whipping once we come out of the trees. Gotta be careful. Make sure you layer at the appropriate times too. That's a really important part of winter hiking, is making sure that you have enough layers on and are ready for wind, but not too many layers where you get sweaty. Another really important part of winter hiking is making sure that if you have a beard, you get icicles growing. It's an unwritten rule. What's happening up here?
It's a
We have our first view. Look, it's sort of clearing up. And you can see the weather system we're in too. Getting to tree line here, getting to cairn territory. So instead of it being marked on trees, now we're on rocks. And the rest of the top of this mountain is pretty exposed. So I'm not sure how much more I'll film, but I'll try. We are in the alpine zone. So you got to stay on the trail. You should anyway, but now they're telling you. They're saying, you stay on that trail, Mr. and or Mrs. So now we're getting to the exposed part of the moose. It looks like a different planet. Well, it's an experience, if nothing else. So the summit's up there. That's what we were in. And that's how much it can change and how fast it can change in winter hiking. Pretty amazing. We met two gentlemen up there who had lost the trail a little ways. They knew how to backtrack, but we helped them get onto this loop part. And it can be scary when you're in that type of weather. So I'm glad we were able to help them, and I hope they had a really great day. So these are my Anon M4 goggles with SportRX inserts. I know I look like a freak, but I'll tell you what, they just kept me warm up at the top of that blowing mountain. And I've just taken the lens off the front so I can see a little bit better. But woo, that was something. So you get down here and you get an intersection. And if you're doing the loop, you go this way on this side. So you go from what we had up at the top, those gale force winds, to this in like 10 minutes. It changed. Got out of those dorky glasses. I know you were wondering. Sun came out. This is unbelievably pretty now. Pretty incredible. All right, so we're to another intersection, and we're gonna go down Snapper Trail to Ravine Lodge. You can also go this way I'm not exactly sure where that goes, but we're gonna go this way and then we're almost done. Can you show us how to draw a snow cow?
Yeah. I mean, the simple way is you make 2 horns, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth.
Yeah, and it turns out, look at that. It's like a rain dance for snow.
Yep.
So you can thank her.
It worked today.
So this is one good reason to use spikes, micro spikes, or any form of spike when you're hiking in the winter, is sometimes you get to sheer ice, and if you were just wearing boots or trail runners or whatever, you would slide. In snow, it's a little different. And then also it brings you to this. Wow, that's pretty. All right, so then you go back to your lodge, back up to your car. And it's now amazingly beautiful. Let's see the top. Looks like it's still covered in that cloud, but not covered down here.
So this hike started out super flat, super nice.
I would say it was pretty moderate in difficulty.
Started a little cloudy. Started to snow, was beautiful.
The snow gave just enough cushion that like my knees and my feet, everything feels good.
Not too cold. And then the top hit you like a sack of bricks.
I'm gonna have to do it again because I didn't get to see anything at the top.
I would do this hike again in a heartbeat in the summer.
How about you? Would do again?
Yeah.
Summer?
I want a 360 view at the top.
Oh, I'm so glad she said something about the view. I thought I was just being a snob.
Finally getting a view of the top of the mountain. Our first view of the day, and we're done with the hike. That's how it goes. This was a great hike, great day. Cold, we got extreme weather at the top, but we were careful and it was great. So I think this hike is definitely a doer. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you can get out and have a beautiful hike.